guys, welcome back. In today's video I want to talk about trends and why you should not buy them. Trends have ruined my life. Well, trends haven't ruined my life, but a lot of people fall for fashion trends and I think it's so wasteful for the environment, for your wallet, for your peace of mind. Trends and me, we're not a match. We don't like each other. And I don't want to convince you why you shouldn't buy them, but I just want to let you know what I think about it and why I think you're better off just leaving the trends alone. Trends, they're just getting more and more and more. And trends are really valuable to a fashion brand because they make a lot of money. Nowadays there are new trends every week, every month, just so often, and it's super hard for you to keep up with them. Because what fashion brands do, they want to trigger your mind and want to trigger your enthusiasm. They make up these new lines with other colors, other shapes. You know, people get bored really quickly, so they are looking for something new. They want that tickle of something new. So brands keep coming out with new fashion trends and new collections. And nowadays with fast fashion, that just keeps happening faster and faster than ever before. So it's super difficult for you to keep up with trends because on some websites there are new pieces every week. You can imagine how expensive that would be and how many clothes you would get. So not only is it super expensive and hard to keep up with, but also it's mega wasteful. And I think nowadays that's not something that we want to dip our toes in anymore. Back when I was 16 or 17 years old, I still lived at my parents' home, but I already had a job. So for me, I had quite a lot of money to spend because I had no expenses from living at home. But you know, I was making around 800, 900 euros a month. So for me, it was a lot of money. And back then, I think I spent 600 or 700 euros a month on clothing. It was insane. You can imagine with any teen, when you have a lot of money, well, a lot. For me at the time it was a lot of money. Where does it go? It goes to stupid stuff. It went to a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes, and thinking back, I could have saved so much money or done so many better things with it. I almost hid it a bit from my parents because at one point they were like, this is too much. You really have to get a grip on this because it's wasteful. Why are you buying so much clothes? What are you doing with all the clothes? You can't even wear as many and packages are coming in day after day after day. It's insane. So much money at the time. And then later on when I went back to school, I had a student loan because I had to pay for some things of my education. But I eventually upped that loan without my mom knowing, so I could buy more clothing. I don't want to feel like that or do something like that anymore or ever again. I'm glad that point in my life has been gone. But I think for me, I loved to watch all the influencers on YouTube, on Instagram. Every week these trends videos were popping up. Latest summer trends, summer lookbook with the latest trends. What's new in fashion, all these kinds of videos, and I loved it and I felt like I needed all the pieces. When I saw a piece that all the influencers had, I felt like I really needed that piece as well. And I think this goes for a lot of young women back at the time. Sponsorships weren't really known back then. They were there, but now you have to include it and show it so that people know that your video is sponsored. Back then it wasn't also transparent, so I was like, how do these people afford all these clothes? How is that possible? They must make a lot of money. And when you get older, you know, it's a sponsorship. They get sent that stuff for free, but it's not normal to have that much clothes. For me, I felt like I couldn't keep up, but it drove me crazy seeing all the new pieces, all the cool outfits, and I was looking for ways to, I guess, feel cool like that or look like that as well, but it just wasn't maintainable. So during my college I bought all these clothes. I never had money to do anything fun. I remember one time me and my boyfriend went out on a trip to Belgium and he already was working, he had a job, and he had to pay for a lot of things, for the accommodation, for dinners, for lunches, basically everything he paid. When I had a job on the side as well, it wasn't like I didn't have any money, but all my money was already spent on clothes. I didn't have any money left. So we were in this trip and we were sitting at dinner, and I wanted to order something which was a little bit more expensive, and we got in a tiny bit of an argument, and he said, "You're not expecting me to pay for the entire trip, all the meals, everything that we're doing, right?" And I had to cry. It's so stupid when I think back at it, but I got emotional because I felt like such a dork and such a loser, because I felt like you don't have to pay for everything, but I already spent all my money. I don't have any money left actually to go on this trip. I shouldn't even have gone on this trip, but it feels so stupid, and I felt so ashamed that I didn't have money to go on a weekend trip because all my money was in clothes. Like, maybe for some people this is still the reality, and it's a horrible, horrible situation to be in. And I'm really glad that I got out of it eventually, but at the time I felt like, what am I doing? I really need to get this under control. So at the end of the year, I finished my education. I had some student debt because I upped that loan to buy clothes. So I had around $8,000 of student loan debt. A lot of people have a lot more than that. It's not so bad, but it was quite an amount. And I know that we were looking into buying a house together. My boyfriend already owned a house, but we wanted to buy together. But I had the student loan, and it can look a little bit negative when you're going for a loan. So I just wanted it gone. I still lived at home. I had a job. So it was the best time to just pay that off as fast as I could. I was almost excited because I had lived this life of spending all my money on stupid stuff. It didn't go anywhere. And now I was like, I'm going into a situation where I just can't do that anymore. I don't have the choice because I really, really want to pay off this student loan debt so we can move in together and buy a house together. So I had a real purpose. It was strong. And I think it's the best fundament. Otherwise you're not going to succeed. You really want that to be able to do it. I thought, I'm going to pay off as much as I can in 1 year. And I am really fortunate with my parents. They are the most lovely people in the world. And we were really fortunate that they had the money to say, if you pay off half, we pay off the other half. And I know this is not the case for so many people. So I'm super grateful, and I know this is not for everyone, but for me it was a big motivation because I felt so lucky that they were offering me this chance. So I was dedicated. And because I really wanted to do that, I didn't feel the urge to buy clothes. Because I had this purpose and clothes weren't in it, you know. If I'm buying clothes, I can pay off as much student loan debt as I could. So yeah, it worked really well for me. It really changed my mindset, and it's something that stayed with me since that progress. So I'm glad I went through it because now my habits are totally changed. What helped me as well, I started to get into these videos a little bit more on YouTube. So I stopped following people who only did trend videos, fashion videos, videos that triggered me to buy stuff. I just banned them all, and I really started to watch the minimalism videos and how to be a minimalist. Capsule wardrobes were big for me. I started to get more and more interest for those videos because that was what I could do at the time. I couldn't buy all the trend pieces and stay on top of all those fashion things, but I could dive deeper into how can I enjoy life. It sounds really deep, but how can I enjoy life when whilst shopping less, being more minimalist, really looking at what do I like and what do I need and what do I not need and where can I save money. I really started to watch those videos more and more, and it really got me into that motivation of living a little bit more frugal. And that really helped me as well. When you surround yourself with people who shop a lot, you're going to shop a lot. You adapt to the people that you talk to every day and see every day, and I think if you want to get out of a debt or you want to improve your financial situation, go watch videos that improve financial situations, that talk about money, that talk about saving money, that talk about changing your lifestyle. Start watching those videos. Put your energy in that spectrum and not in a spectrum that makes you spend. It was a big game changer for me, at least. After that year, I saw so much more of the value of money and what it brings to you and how it feels to really have a purpose, to save up for something. It's great. I just had that big detox year and it changed me forever. And I don't know how I got in this situation, because both of my parents are people who are quite well at saving money, and my grandma she was super frugal, but for some reason with me it went wrong. I got stuck on the wrong path, and yeah, after paying off the debt, I've changed into a new person. So how am I shopping for clothes nowadays? My view has totally changed. Like I said, no trend pieces for me, except when I think that they will last for 3, 4, 5 years in my closet. If I think the color suits me, if it's something that already fits into my own personal style. It took me quite a while to find my own personal style. I think it's quite difficult for people to find. There are a lot of nice guides on YouTube that help you to find it. But I think for me, I don't like too much faff, but I do enjoy color and I do enjoy print, just not too much. I don't like loud, screamy colors. I don't like it to be extremely girly or poppy, but I really enjoy a feminine touch. I can be really tomboyish, but then on the other hand, I also have this really girly and glamorous style, so I try to find a balance to have the best of both worlds. So if I wear a jean, I may wear something really feminine on top. But with a sneaker, I'm always looking for balance. Something that looks more casual and something that looks a little bit more formal. And I put it together and that's my style. You feel like you're stuck in a rut, you keep spending and you feel like there's no way out and you're never going to change this behavior of yours. Know that you can change. Everybody can, as long as you're really, what's the word? I can't find the words. As long as you're really dedicated to achieving that goal, then you can do anything that you want. Surround yourself with people who are going to help you achieve that goal and not with people who are also stuck in that rut and also feel like they have that problem. At least you can help each other. That's a great way. But if you feel like that person is not going to change and they even think it's a little bit stupid what you're doing, or they're like, I don't know, get rid of it. Surround yourself with people who are really going to stimulate you and help you achieve the goals. Watch the YouTube videos, follow the Instagram accounts that talk finance, that talk frugal, that talk minimalism. I will promise you, maybe you won't hit a mega difference, but it will always make at least a little bit of a difference. And that's why I made this channel, and what I'm trying to achieve is to show you that you can be happy with not so many things or not doing all the wildest stuff, and there is a way of minimalism for everyone. It doesn't have to be the mainstream thing that you see on the internet and you think, minimalism isn't for me. I only see people sitting on bare floors. No, it's not always the way to go, and I think it's not achievable for a lot of people in that way, because you have to keep it fun for yourself, and that's what I'm doing with this channel. Preppy minimalism, here it is. Let's go minimal, but keep it fun and enjoyable, because life is as well. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of this story time, if you will. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a little bit of a like, a comment or a subscribe. 1 out of 3. I love the comments the most, because I really, when I get a comment, it blows my mind. Like, are people really looking at my video and commenting? It warms my heart. I always try to leave a response. So comment if you like this video. Definitely let me know if you like the minimalism videos, fashion videos, whatever you want to see. I'm here to film. I'm really motivated again, and yes, let's make the best of it. So hope you enjoy your weekend or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!